Like a Hellcat.
What's up YouTube, Dan the Tech here. So I figured we could all use something different amidst all this COVID-19 stuff. So as you can see, I got a brand new Snap-on hoodie from my dealer, Bill Kaltzis. Shout out to him. And we're gonna do another demo video. And what I got here is socket demo comparing Craftsman, Matco, Mac, and Snap-on. So how do you do a demo on sockets that have been out forever? Well, let me explain this to you. So this is screwdriver handle, but it's modified for demo purposes. This is a 10mm hex head bolt. Okay, now here's the Snap-on. Every single one of these will take this nut off. Okay, no trickery. Okay, no funny stuff going on. Okay, here is the Mac. Okay, tighten it down, take it off. See? No trickery. Move on to the Matco. Again, on, off, no trickery. I know I'm getting a bit repetitive. I'm sorry. And America's favorite, Craftsman, or as I have more recently come to call them, as I'm sure many of you have, Craftsman, because it's now all made in China. So, as you can see, on, tighten it down, takes it off. Okay, now, the purpose of this demo is every single one of these has a different internal depth. Now, what does that mean? Now, you see how deep that hex goes? How far that cutout is in there? That's the Craftsman. Here's the Matco. See if I could get a better light angle. Okay, here's the Mac. And here's the Snap-on. Can't really light and clearly, I'm not a cameraman. Okay, so what is the purpose of all this? Well, the purpose is take the Craftsman, take the nut, put the nut in the socket, take the stem, try and start it. Won't start. It's too deep. See how deep in there that is? Okay, so take it out. Take the Matco. Take the nut. Put it in the Matco socket. See it's in there? Try and start it. Won't start. Too deep. And you can see it's in there. Now, my preferred brand which I have said before, is I'm preferential to Mac. I have nothing invested into this. I have no vested interests. I am a totally neutral party. If anything, I'm more biased to Mac than I am anything else. So as you can see, we're in the Mac socket. See how deep that is? And what do you think's going to happen when I try and thread this on? Nothing. Again. Now, here is our snap-on. Okay? Take the nut, put it in. See how shallow that is in there? Now, what do you think's going to happen when I try and start this? It stopped. No trickery. No trickery at all. Okay? I'll do it reverse. Okay? So you guys know I'm not messing around. This is the Mac socket. Okay? See, we're on there. I'll even go back flush again to the base of the tool. Okay. Off. It's too deep. What's the purpose of this demo? The object of this demonstration is to show the fact that if you're in a tight spot and you need to start a nut in your socket onto something that's short bolt end, you can do it with the snap-on all day. All day. All day. See how shallow that is? And it'll start right back on. You can actually even see. Okay. Tapped it. You can see. Let me see if I can get this right. So you guys see, I'm not doing nothing tricky. Alright. We'll go down to the Craftsman. Remember how deep that is? I'm flush. The only way that this will start with the other sockets is if you turn it upside down so that gravity is working with you. That is the only way. The Craftsman, the Matco, and the Mac will start with the nut in the socket. Now there's another really cool part of this demo tool, okay? That's a 10mm bolt in there. That's a set diameter. Snap-on has a proprietary alloy which enables them to make their walls on their sockets thinner and still retain the strength. That is quality. Okay? So, if you look at this, you can see, well, maybe I should do this. You can see that this is the Craftsman, by the way. So you see how this isn't really centered? I gotta try and get this lighting better. You see how that bore isn't really centered? It's not symmetrically centered. And I'll give a good point of reference, okay? This is Snap-on, this is Craftsman. Can you see the difference? How this Craftsman has a thicker wall up top, or I should say on a different side, and the Snap-on socket is more symmetrical. So, you're in a tight spot like this, right? You need to get at a bolt. Say you're getting down into a head, and you got to get down in there and you got to get a head bolt out. This same proprietary alloy goes into their 1/4 inch, 3/8, and half, and 3/4, and 1 inch. It's all the same standard. Okay? I try and put this in here. It's too big. It won't fit. Will not fit. Walls are too thick. Matco. It looks kind of symmetrical as far as wall thickness, but if you look closely, you can see right here, there's a thinner wall, and it's more prominent at this point than there is on the opposite side. Okay? Same thing. Wall's too thick. Too thick to get in. A tight bore. Now, Mac is the closest to being symmetrical when it comes to walls and having the bore center. But my brand Mac, my favorite brand, because quality and price is very competitive with Snap-on, and a lot of the time they do beat Snap-on in price, which is another reason why I'm partial to Mac. Same thing. Wall's too thick. Too thick. Now, you already know what's going to happen here because it's a Snap-on demo. Now, I got to give credit where credit is due. Snap-on does make a quality tool. I just wish they were a lot more reasonable in price. And I say reasonable meaning cheaper. But I don't mean in quality. I'm like every automotive technician out there. I want high quality tools for next to nothing, but no such thing exists. You gotta pay for quality. If the price is cheap, the quality is gonna be cheap. There's 3 things in the automotive industry that I'm sure everybody's heard. Good, fast, and cheap when it comes to repairs. You can only have 2. If you want something good and fast, it's not gonna be cheap. Sorry, I didn't mean to. That kind of worked out wrong. If you want something good and fast, it's not going to be cheap. You want something cheap and fast, it's not going to be good. You know, it's a perpetuating cycle. So, Snap-on socket, straight in. And as I said before, we could actually show how much shallower the Snap-on is compared to the competitors just by doing this. Okay? We'll do all 3 side by side. See the amount of bolts sticking out? That's a Snap-on. Drop it in the Mac. See how much bolt's sticking out? Drop it in the Matco. See how much bolt's sticking out? And this is going to be the big one. Craftsman. See how much bolt's sticking out? I got to give credit where credit's due. I love my Snap-on stuff. Never had an issue with any of my Snap-on stuff. And when I have, they made it right. But Snap-on clearly wins this one this time. And watch. We'll try and start this all the way into the bore with the Craftsman. That's as far as it goes. Try and get it out or start it, continue it with the Matco. A hair more. Mac, can't even touch it. Snap-on. So, what did we see here today? We saw that Snap-on does make good quality sockets. Now, I don't have any labs do testing on metal alloys and things of that nature, but Snap-on does have a patent on their alloy for their sockets, which allows their sidewalls to be thinner than their competitors. And you can see that right here. Craftsman is by far the thickest. So, that's something to, you know, for you guys to mull over, think about when you're contemplating your next tool purchase. You're going to pay a pretty dollar for sockets from Snap-on, but a lifetime warranty, and you know that you'll be able to get into tight spots, i.e. really tight bores, because of their proprietary alloy. Quality product. You can't dispute that. I mean, you could, but facts are going to win every time. You know, facts are facts, opinions are opinions. I've said that before, I'll say it again. Fact of the matter is, Snap-on does make a quality superior product. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love my Mac stuff, I like my Mac stuff, and I will always love and like my Mac stuff. But there are certain things that different brands sometimes do better than other companies. I personally prefer my Mac cordless half-inch impact gun. I had a Snap-on half-inch impact gun. That was their earlier model. Well, not their earlier, their last model before they went to their brushless model, and I wasn't a fan of it. And I went to the Mac cordless, brushless 20 volt, which is also built by DeWalt. But I loved it so much, after 3 years I bought a second one. And I just bought bigger batteries for my cordless impact Mac, and world of difference. So, Dan the Tech saying, if you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button if you have not already done so. Spread the word. We are getting ever so close to the 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm still waiting on more stuff to come in as far as comments, suggestions, things of that nature for video content off of my last video, which was my 500 subscriber giveaway. Keep that ball rolling. Okay. I'm going to give it like 2 weeks from this video for that 500 subscriber giveaway. Okay. It's going to be automotive related. Maybe, you know, a tool specifically sent to somebody. It may be a gift card to AutoZone, or it may be an Amazon gift card. You know, you could use that for tools too, or toilet paper, or Lysol in the midst of all this craziness going on. So, Dan the Tech saying, hope you liked the video. Thumbs up, subscribe, help me spread the word. Let's go. Let's grow together. I've audibly fumbled a couple times, but I'm not going to cut, edit, chop, all that stuff. I'm real. What you see is what you get. No fancy smoke and mirrors, David Copperfield, watch this hand, and hey! So, guys, be good. Please, stay tuned. There's so much more to come. Hit the comment section with video ideas, bonus points if they're Jeep related. I will be paying attention to both comment threads, the previous video and this video, for my giveaway. And I love you guys. Can't do this without you. And I want to keep doing this with you. So, be good, stay classy, and wash your hands. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. See ya.